Morning, everybody. Back home again. Bam. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack, sponsored by Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. Hope everybody's well. Sorry, y'all, I'm running late getting this out. Had travel home and been fighting a couple of little medical something or another's going on. Just real sore. So moving slow, but still moving. So that's good. Hope everybody's good. Let's see what we got going on here. Saturday, June 6th. A quote by M. Scott Peck. Discipline, it has been suggested, is the means of human spiritual evolution. Discipline is not a bad word, though many of us react negatively when we hear it. Discipline is a means to an end. It allows us to channel our energies toward goals. Those goals include living a better life and being of service to others. Being disciplined has many forms. These forms included turning over our will, our lives, to our higher power, calling a friend in need, writing out a moral inventory, or setting a date to do a fifth step. When we make amends for wrongs done, this is a form of discipline. Discipline always involves action. Let me read that one again. Discipline always involves action. Often the action is restraint and redirection. Discipline is a beautiful concept that, when put into action, produces beautiful results. It helps bring order to the chaos of our lives. Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me live in harmony. Help me direct my energy into a disciplined life. Today's action. Today I will work to be aware of chaos and how discipline adds order to my life. It talks about in the second paragraph here, being disciplined has many forms. These forms include turning our will and our lives over to a higher power, calling a friend in need, writing our, it's a bunch of action stuff, like it was talking about. Discipline always involves action. Let me think about this. How I can relate to that with my experience is, I didn't like discipline, but I held a little bit of it even in active addiction. I knew that there were certain societal norms, that I had to keep, pretty much well within, if you will, to remain in the lifestyle that I chose for myself at that point in time. And a lot of that had to do, you had to work. You had to pay your bills. You had to work. I did my very best to be dependable. That got worse as addiction got worse. I was not as dependable. Coming back in, when I got into recovery, discipline wasn't lost on me early in my life and during active addiction. So I consider myself lucky that I already had the concept of it and that it took work to get results before I got into early recovery and had to start doing some of these other things. The trick with that was I had to go against my whole body, mind, core, soul, everything that I believed in, because now the discipline required that I put myself running through different hoops of things I've never heard of before, things I wasn't quite sure that I believed, and things I did not want to do. Absolutely did not want to do. But my addiction had given me enough desperation that it equated into the desperation equated into discipline and trying these other things. I had to get to a point to where I didn't have no more answers. Because if I ever had another answer how I was going to fix it, I would worm and squirm and wheel and move and shift and manipulate and make things some other way to where I could still drink and drug. And that's how I was going to fix this, that, and the other. There was always a way. I had to get to a point to where nothing I did fixed the drinking and the drugging. At which point in time, I became open to trying something else. And all of those things were nothing that I wanted to do. There's absolutely nothing that sounded good to me in early recovery with the suggestions and 12-step stuff. But I consider myself lucky that I landed with these people. There's a lot of different ways to get better out there. People do it without 12-step recovery or whatever. But for me, it gave me the whole thing, the whole package. You know, it gave me direction. It gave me guidance. It gave me friends, a new set of friends. It gave me a community to be a part of. It gave me empathy and understanding from these individuals. It gave me everything that I was going to need, because I dug a pretty deep hole, and excuse me. And when I done that, there just wasn't a lot of daylight in the hole. They helped me get out. They helped me get out, not stop drinking and drugging. Yes, that's a piece of it, but they helped me learn about me. They helped me forgive me. They helped me fix the things that I could, the wrongs, and they helped me turn into somebody that I never knew, that was a better version of me, and I continue to chase that version today. So that's what I got out of this reading. Hope you guys are well. Again, sorry for the delay. We're going to try to get discipline and make sure I got this thing lined up tomorrow morning bright and early before everybody gets up. Thank y'all for joining. You know the spiel. Please subscribe, like, ask some questions, share this video if you're moved to do so with a friend. Love to build it up a little bit. I appreciate y'all joining. And if you care to, Lord willing, I'd love to have you back tomorrow. If I wake up again, we're going to do it again Sunday morning. Take care now. Have a good day. Peace.